A really bad guy. A reflection by Father Evaristo Sabu. Read by the computer. I remember my very first year in a mixed secondary school. This was the first time I was to leave home and stay in a boarding house. The environment was really harsh and the students were not willing to help each other. It was a survival of the fittest. Many times I wished Mummy and Daddy would just appear to take me home, but that was just a dream that would never come to pass. There is one particular event that I would never forget. One day a young man came to me to beg for some Gary, milk, sugar and groundnut. I had everything inside my locker, but looking at this young man I just felt he didn't deserve my charity, so I told him I do not have. He carried his empty plate and walked away very sad. Then I locked my locker tightly with a padlock and went to the classroom block to study. By the time I returned to my locker, it was lights out already and the generator had been put off, so it was completely dark, but I was really hungry. I pointed my torchlight at my locker and noticed it was still intact. The padlock was still there and there was no sign of burglary. But the moment I opened it to soak my Gary, there was absolutely nothing inside. I shouted. I looked up and looked down. I didn't know whether to laugh or cry. I felt like running mad because my head was already filled with too much reading. It was just then I noticed a group of guys at the other end of the hostel block laughing hysterically like they were high on cocaine. That was when I got the message. My refusal to give a little had cost me everything. What is so cool about being a bad guy? What is so attractive about evil? What is there in this life to enjoy that we want to do the very things we are told not to do? One great author once said, "It is our light, not our darkness, that frightens us most." We somehow prefer to do evil than good. We love to be in the crowd. We are constantly in search of happiness, and we believe we are most happy when we do not live according to the mind of God. St. Augustine did all that. He had the best of whatever this life could afford: drugs, women, parties, mention it. But in all his quest for fun and happiness, he was never happy until he repented and turned to God. He embraced his light and he became not just a priest, but a bishop and a doctor of the church. However, we don't have to follow his path. We may not be lucky enough to repent. Tomorrow might be too late, so stand ready, because you do not know at what hour the master may arrive, and blessed is that servant whom his master's arrival finds him at his duty. Never postpone any good you can do today. Your refusal to be kind and good just this one time can actually cost you everything. Good morning. Be happy. Have faith. Live positive. It is well with you.